All right, we are live. Welcome to the live show, everybody. Alrighty, so as I'm waiting for people to join in, let me just move things over so I can read YouTube comments if there's any that pops up. Just be on the safe side. So, anyways, while I'm starting off, let me just start off with something that, well, an explanation to today's video because I did upload a video today. I did record it like really fast. I didn't really put too much thought or extremely too much effort into it because this was just kind of like a video to dispel a specific comment made on one of my videos where a person literally told commented on a video of mine saying that the video I made was fake. Obviously, the device I was using was really not on 6.0 Marshmallow. And so I had to re-upload an updated video to basically talk about it. And then right after doing the video, I looked through the comments and I seen all kinds of people having just a little bit of frustrations with it. This was the LG Stylo and the ability to move apps to the SD card. And a lot of people were like, no, you can't do it. And, you know, I'm full of it. I'm lying. Some people are like, I still can't find how to do it. And then I noticed that people were posting things about the Stylo 2, the Stylo 2 Plus. And this kind of goes back to the whole thing of like confusion. The Stylo 2 and Stylo 2 Plus is not the LG G Stylo. Okay. I have the G Stylo here right in front of me. And the individual, what's up, Tito? Hey, what's up, man? So you guys could imagine, let's go. Hey, what's up, John? But you guys could imagine, you know, just I was just a tad bit annoyed by that. And it just, you know, it happens a lot. It happens with the Stylo. Too many people confused a video about the LG G Stylo with the Stylo 2. And so, you know, I did that video because I was getting tired of like replying to all these comments of the same thing, and that is asking them, are they sure that their phone is a G Stylo and not the Stylo 2 Plus or not the Stylo 2? Because what I was showing was adoptable storage opened up for the G Stylo. I didn't use ADB, like I didn't do the whole method of how to do it because I linked XDA's forum on how to do that with the G Stylo on Boost Mobile, basically opening adoptable storage and then using your micro SD card as part of the internal storage. So it had like 30 thumbs downs, and I think the 30 thumbs downs is the fact that those users that had the Stylo 2 were in there, and there were thumbs down again because they thought I was lying when I was absolutely being honest about it. And I hate when people say that my video is fake. Like, you know, if I do it live, or if I do like a screencast type of video where you see what I'm doing on my screen, like how is that fake at all whatsoever? You know, sometimes that just gets a little annoying, just like how people would just straight out say your video is fake. And then it goes on, and people are like, it's Google's fault. Google doesn't allow apps to SD on 6.0, which is furthest from the truth. Google did not block applications to SD. I have the LG X Power right here. This is running 6.0.1, and one of the things I found today was that you can move apps to the SD card. Alondra Still, so true. Yeah. Big John, what's up, Tito? Hey, what's up, Big John? So, yeah, it is not Google's fault that the Stylo 2 Plus does not have, you know, apps movable to the SD card. And the Stylo 2 on Boost Mobile doesn't have that option either. You know, I have a Stylo 2 on Boost Mobile, and that phone you can't move apps to SD. There's no option opened up to move any app, even if it's like, because I know system apps and some apps like Facebook won't move to the SD card. Like that option won't open up, which I found weird. Because like on my G Stylo, if I have the SD card normally installed, it won't let me move Facebook at all. But once I did the little ADB method to unlock the adoptable storage, and then I used my 16 gigabyte SD card as adoptable storage, it allowed me to actually move Facebook over. So, but on the Stylo 2, it doesn't give you any option to move any apps to SD. And I really can't say that's LG's play right there. They decided to do things that way. I have a 48 gigabytes free on my phone, says Ben Sun. Ben Sun, what's up? Welcome back. Frank V. Crawford, because some people are stupid. Well, I don't want to go out and just really say that they're stupid. I mean, I just want to say that they don't read. I think that's one of the biggest issues. I mean, maybe there should be a way on YouTube where I can really emphasize what phone I'm talking about in the title, because the title clearly says LG G Stylo. It does not say LG Stylo 2 or LG Stylo 2 Plus. So, you know, some ridiculous amount. You timed it perfectly. I just finished Alcatel Idol 3 and 4. You can, which is really cool. Yeah, awesome. Keisha Blue. Hey, hello Tito. What's up, everyone? Hey, what's up, Keisha? So, anyways, by the way, if you guys didn't catch John's live broadcast about the Idol 3 and 4, do so after the broadcast. I'm going to. I'm going to watch it all the way through. I just got back right now. So pretty much Friday open forum, basically, whatever you guys wanna ask me while my kids are being wild outside right now. They're being loud. They're all playing. It's Friday. Everyone's having a bit of fun. So, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to emphasize that, you know, just titles. I don't know how. Like, you guys give me a suggestion. Ooh, someone got mad. But you guys give me a suggestion. What can I do? Because I've tried it. I've put Boost Mobile in some of the titles. Like, I'll put parentheses Boost Mobile to kind of distinguish between the G Stylo on Metro and the G Stylo on Boost Mobile. But now it's becoming confusion that when I talk about, like, the G Stylo, they're assuming the Stylo 2. And, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know how to emphasize that, like, to get people clearly to understand. Because, you know, I mean, thumbs downs really don't bother me. But it's just like, you know, you get 30 thumbs down because you had the Stylo 2 and you got confused as to what phone I'm talking about in my video. No, I mean, I just finished my stream and I can hop on yours later. Oh, nice, nice. I'll have to catch a replay after I'm done, man, because, you know, gives me something to watch, entertaining. Because these days on YouTube, there's hardly anything that's coming out that's entertaining to watch. So anyhow, hey man, what's the biggest difference between the Stylo 2 and the Stylo 2 Plus? Biggest difference? Processor? The Stylo 2 Plus, I believe, has an octa-core processor, if I'm not mistaken, the T-Mobile one or Metro one, but also biometric reader on the Stylo 2 Plus. So that's probably like the biggest differences between the two. Are you hyped about YouTube Live? I consider this right here YouTube Live because Hangouts on Air, while it's still, thank God, it's still like, you know, broadcast, I guess, to Google Plus, but you can't start it from Google Plus. I think that was like the big hype about YouTube Live absorbing Google Hangouts, like Hangouts on Air, was that basically you weren't going to be able to start it from Google Plus anymore. So how's the X Power? So far, so good. I've had it. It was at 100% at 10:15 a.m. my time, and I've been basically streaming YouTube, and I played Pokemon Go for about an hour. And just been on Twitter and on YouTube and listening to music. It's 8:03 p.m. right now, and I'm at 54%. So, it's handling. I'll say this right now, though. I mean, if people have the expectations of the X Power basically having like super phenomenal battery, right now I can tell you guys that's furthest from it. It's got good battery right now so far. It's holding up to what I'm throwing at it. But I wouldn't want you guys to have the expectations like if I get the LG X Power, I'm going to have phenomenal battery. It's going to outstand anything. Like once I started doing Pokemon Go, I really started to see the battery drop. It didn't drop as fast as any of my other devices did, but it will start to, you know, speed up as far as discharging. Let's see. So how are you liking the live streaming? Actually, you know, before I tried it, it's getting better now. More people want live streams than just regular videos. Hey, Rochelle, how you doing? Let's see. See you again. LOL. Any hiccups or lag? No. No hiccups or lag at all on the X Power. I've tried. Trust me. I've like ran like every app I had in background and then trying to do like some serious gaming on Pokemon Go and stuff, and nothing slows it down. Does it claim 2 days? Yeah, they claim 2 days battery. I'm pretty sure by the time I go to sleep tonight, I'll probably have like about 40% battery left, judging how it's been, you know, gradually discharging. And so I'm sure I'll make it into tomorrow and probably wake up with maybe like 35% left and then kill it off. So maybe like a day and a half. 2 days, I don't think so. Unless you're a very light user who just texts messages and uses Facebook, then yeah, maybe you can probably get 2 days out of it. But if you do things like, I mean, I don't consider myself a light user. I listen to music, You know, I watch YouTube a lot, playing Pokemon Go when I get bored. I'm trying out some different games that some of y'all suggested, and I'm really trying to kill this battery. But I can tell you right now, any one of my other phones would probably be down to like 20% by now. Uh, let's see. How's the cameras? Actually, the cameras seem to hold up fairly well. I posted a couple of pictures on Instagram on because I do have an Instagram page for this channel. It's the Aloha Android, same as my Twitter, and I posted pictures there, and I actually I'll put like which phone I use to take the camera, take the picture, like which phone's camera. And so the last couple of ones have been from the X Power. It's been my daily driver. I really haven't touched any of my other devices. Just been mostly focused on the X Power. So next week Wednesday, when I do the live review Q&A with you guys, I'll be able to answer questions you guys have. So far, I can tell you guys that it's for 129 bucks. I gotta say it's pretty awesome. People have been asking how do I feel comparing it to the Stylo 2, which I'm kind of already working on that video, the comparison between the Stylo 2 and the X Power. But let me just tell you guys, it's pretty much there along with the Stylo 2. The screen to me, is actually pretty good. It's not super high def 2K display or anything like that, but the colors seem to be okay. You know, the colors come out just fine. The only issue that I have with the display is that it is true. If you take it outside into the sunlight, you might as well just like shoot it up to like 100% brightness, because if you have it anywhere under 100, it's going to be very hard to see with the sunlight. And that's probably why they put the 4100 milliamp battery in there, so you can have it at 100% brightness and see outside. Let's see. Run a GameCube emulator on it, and then we'll talk. What video stream are you using? I'm using Hangouts on Air. I'm actually using it on my Chromebook. So a lot of all my broadcasts are done this way. Basically, I do it from YouTube, because you can only launch Hangouts on Air now through YouTube. You can't do it through Google+. Let's see. At least you spent time with it before hyping it up. I hate when these reviewers do an unboxing and be so hyped before getting at least a day to play with it. Yeah. Well, I want to give you guys as real as I can get as far as a consumer standpoint, like how do I feel about the phone. One thing I do notice about the phone too, well, not that I noticed, but I found out when I got the phone, is that I'm going to be utilizing my power banks quite a bit if I do like traveling, if I go to see family like during the holidays, because there's no removable battery. So that's also, to some people that might be a downer. I'm kind of it doesn't matter to me. I got power banks if I have like a phone that has the battery built in, or you guys get what I'm saying. What's the best case for the X Power? I don't know. I just, at the Boost Mobile store, I just got this TPU black gel case. I bought another case for my mother-in-law, so yeah, I just got just this. What I have. I didn't order any other cases for it. Like normally, I tend to run my phones naked sometimes, so this depends. But this one, I really do prefer a case on it, because this back is so slick. Like I really do feel like I would break this phone, having it drop out of my hands. Like any other phone, like say like the Volt here, the Volt is not as slick as this one. Neither is the Tribute 5. This one, I feel like I got a good grip on it. The LG Realm doesn't feel that slick. The G Stylo doesn't feel that slick. Don't mind the stickers. My daughter's put these on here. But the X Power is very slippery. It very is. I would definitely, anyone that buys it, I would definitely recommend getting a case. Because yeah, if not, this thing's gonna slip out of your hand. Now, charging this up, actually from, what was it, 30%? Don't mind my squeaky Halloween chair here. It needs WD-40. But from like 30%, it took literally an hour to charge up to 100%. And that's just from 30%. So I'm guesstimating from, hold on, my kids want something. Hold on real quick. Hey, what's up? Woo, kids. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. My son wanted to play the Nintendo Wii, and my Wii is modified, so all my games are on a hard drive, and he couldn't figure out how to get the hard drive to load, so the USB loader could load the games up. Let's see what we have here. What do you think about the ZTE Warp 7? I really can't. I mean, it sounds pretty good. It's mostly spec identical to the Warp Elite, except for a few things that's upgraded. But one thing that they have highlighted about the Warp 7 is the fact that it has Spark, uh, which some people aren't fascinated with Sprint's network connectivity. So, but I think for 99 bucks, it's a good buy because you figure the Warp Elite when it came out it was like what 179.99, and then right now it's on sale anywhere between 79.99 to 129.99 depending on where you get it at. So for the Warp 7 being 99 bucks, I mean that's a pretty good deal. The Warp Elite is the first one I ever had with a non-removable battery. So far, not a problem. Cool. Will there be an Elite 2 coming to boost? I don't know. I don't know if there will be. It's 90 minutes to charge fully. That's from the LG Rev that came to the store. Well, that's about spot on right there because from 30% it took an hour, so I'd figure that that last half hour would be like from 0 to 30%. Let's see, just picked up the ZT-Z Max Pro 8 days ago. I will wait for your final review before I run out and get the X Power. Um, yeah, so as far as the X Power, honestly, right now, I mean, if I was to rate it right now, without not actually doing the review just yet, right now it's kind of scoring at an 8.5 out of 10, and that's just basically battery life tremendously makes up for a lot of it. The cameras, I'm actually surprised because the 8 megapixel rear camera compared to like the Stylo 2 has a 13 megapixel, you would think uh, it would just kind of be similar to like the G Stylo, and it's actually not. Like some people have actually said that the cameras were good from like the little video vlogs that I do on Instagram, and they actually like the cameras, and it's an 8 megapixel rear camera. So for like low lighting, I haven't really did too much testing on that, but that's the next thing I'm about to do. Let's see, Warp Elite was a great buy for 40 bucks last year. Yeah, a lot of bugs. What has a lot of bugs? Are you talking about the Z Max Pro, or are you asking if the X Power has a lot of bugs? Speaking of which, is anyone considering getting any of the iPhone 7s, whether on Cricket, whether on Metro, whether on Boost Mobile? Just curious. Oh, okay. Talk about the Z Max Pro. All right. But yeah, um, for 99 bucks getting the Z Max Pro, yeah, that is definitely a great buy. Considering what you get out of it, I mean, if it does have a few bugs here and there, at least you're not paying $800 for the specs that that phone carries. I mean, with 32 gigs of internal storage, 2 gigs of RAM, that's double the storage than what most budget phones are getting these days. And then on top of that, you get a biometric reader, which people tend to like because your own fingerprint as being your security of no one getting into your phone. That's actually pretty cool. No ice sheep here. I was told this by one of my friends today because you know, my friends and family, they support me on what I do on YouTube. They watch my videos and they're like, they told me that I'm like one of the last to have never touched or review an iPhone, and I didn't even think about that till now, and I realized it. Like, yeah, I never reviewed an iPhone on this channel, never. That's crazy. ZT needs to upgrade their software. Definitely, Ben. You hit it right on the nail, man. Seriously, I think every one of us could agree because ZTE really doesn't put out a bad product. I know there's a lot of people that are just a little iffy about ZTE because it's Chinese and no one trusts the Chinese, but I think they make some pretty good phones. Just they don't really upgrade them. I mean, it's nice that the Warp 7 came out, and it's a beautiful looking phone. I've seen it in person. I think it's gorgeous, but At the same time, too, I mean, they could have really did more with the Warp 7. You know, they could have like the Warp 7 should have been like the answer to what Metro got with the ZMAX Pro. Um, and what they could have done was just updated the Warp Elite if they wanted to put out something like that. For my Action 7, how like I see so many videos about the Action 7 and so many people are just happy with that device. But the one thing that I think that fascinates me about the Action 7 is the front firing speakers. I'm really interested in that phone. You can't beat that. The Action 7 is great. Yeah, I seen what's his name, Anthony from My Project 13, and he was like super excited to review and talk about the Action 7. Like, that's what really got me like really interested in that phone. So I kind of like just read up on different websites about it. The front firing speakers are great. I bet. So what do you guys feel about HTC lately with like their Desire 10 Pro and Lifestyle? Like, have you guys heard about that? I ported one of my boost numbers and got it for 40 bucks. Yeah, definitely, and that's it. That's an even bigger deal, Keisha. Like Keisha's right about that one. That's an even bigger deal. Like you can get the Z Max Pro for 99 bucks. If you port your number over, you can get it for 40 bucks. Plus, I mean, if you pick the $30 plan just to try out Metro PCS, that's 70 bucks. That's still less than 99 bucks for what the phone costs. That's a huge deal. Anyone that's interested in the Z Max Pro and trying out Metro PCS service, go for it. Um, I know my brother's like interested in the Grand X Max 2. Like he is super interested in that phone for cricket. They come with good earbuds and a soft case and screen protectors. See, that's what I wish a lot of budget devices would have included in. I know Samsung includes earbuds, but like give a case. I mean, these gel cases you can buy, on eBay. They come from China for like 97 cents. Yeah, I picked the 30 plan. I'm always around Wi-Fi. Yeah, interesting case. Like, I mean, if you guys, like, how many of you guys actually are on Wi-Fi all the time with your device? At least maybe a good 80% of your day. Because I was having this discussion with a friend of mine. I was telling him, like, yeah, you can go with like an unlimited plan. No, no big deal. Because I mean, you'll have like unlimited data. You don't have to worry about being throttled. But like, he wanted to save money, so I was like, just go on the $30 plan that only gives you 1 gig of data. I mean, true, you only get 1,024 megabytes of LTE, but he's at home like 80% of the time, so he's always on Wi-Fi. So it's like when you're on Wi-Fi, you have nothing to worry about. I get around 70 megabits per second download on Metro. Nice. So you do have the unlocked Action 7. You have it on Metro PCS, Ben. And like I've seen people talk about it in videos, but is it absolutely true with Metro PCS that when you swap out devices, you can't just swap your SIM card out into another one? Like you have to call them and update your IMEI. Blue phones give you screen protectors, cases, earbuds. Yeah, I know. And the best part is that most of they're unlocked devices. So um, when you get tired of like say T-Mobile, you can just jump to AT&T with it. I mean, as long as it supports those same bands, it should have no problem running on it. I just think that a lot of a lot of budget devices that go to prepaid companies should include more in it. Give something a little bit more because we're actually paying more than what we would pay if we went on a contract or if we leased the phone on a postpaid account. So yeah, I really wish Boost would too. I mean, they're pretty they're pretty tight about that about and they give this whole spiel on their website about that the reason why they don't really let unlock devices because not every device supports the bands that their network does. But I mean, if people are smart enough, like, to basically check what bands Sprint supports and find a device that supports those bands, and obviously that device should run on their network. Yes, but it's free. Yeah, that's awesome. You have to call every time to switch phones. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that, and I think that's kind of a bummer. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just security measures or something. I don't know. I really wouldn't know. But at least it's free though, because the one bad thing I found out, which I wish I knew this, because they never really did this to me before in the store. Like I would buy a phone, they would swap out the MEID like right there on the spot, and that was it. But I was wondering why I paid nearly like 150 bucks, and I was thinking the taxes here wasn't that high on the X Power. It shouldn't be that much. And then I saw the receipt, and I realized that now, I guess, and I don't know if Boost has been doing this for a long time, but I got hit with a $15 ESN swap fee, and I'm like, why? Luckily I was gone already. I would have went back in the store and kind of argued that point. Like, um, I could just do the ESN swap myself on BoostMobile.com. Like, I got phones on me. I could have just done it right there. If you do it on the phone, they don't charge you. Cool. In store, it's 15 bucks. Ah, okay. Same with Boost Mobile, because I just got hit with that ESN swap fee, which I thought was like retarded. Sorry to say it. Boost Mobile is like making small little good steps, but also very big backward steps. I don't get them. I honestly don't. I mean, they're still my go-to network because where I live at, the network connectivity is great. Uh, I just really wish that they wouldn't do those backward steps. I don't know. Maybe it was a sign from Boost Mobile that I was going to do that anyways. Because I mean, when they went back to their slogan before, I mean, they did that slogan "Where you at," and then they kind of like put that slogan to sleep for a while. Now it's back again. So like Boost Mobile commercials I see, that's like Boost Mobile, where you at? Like, when I hear "Where you at," it's synonymous with the chirp and push to talk. Like, we don't have those. I mean, you could download Tickle, which is an application that does like a real time push to talk, through your internet, your Wi-Fi or your LTE, and it absolutely works you know like chirp, but it's not. I mean, the "where you at" thing. And I don't know if you noticed this, but like on Facebook, Boost Mobile's been doing this giveaway, this scavenger hunt where they will go live. They will, I think, like every like half hour or so, they would give you a clue as to where in the specific city they're at, and anyone that finds them first wins like a bag full of goodies, cash, new phone, phone cases, headphones, earbuds, shirts, things like that. Have you guys noticed they've been doing that lately? Because I don't know, I've been like, I'm like waiting for them to come to my city, see what phone they're gonna give away here. Suggest to them something grander, like how about an S7? You know, I paid and had my Max Pro and Stella 2 Plus unlocked, and then ported to Cricket from Metro. Nice. So you have a Stella 2 Plus on Cricket. For those people that use Metro and those people that use Cricket, tell me which one actually has like the faster network speeds in your area. I agree with you. I agree with you. You know what took a lot of customers from Boost Mobile, and I ain't afraid to say this. Like, I've seen some other people, on chat forums and stuff like that, kind of avoid it. I know exactly what got a bunch of Boost Mobile customers to jump away from them. That was Metro's ZTE Z Max Pro, because I can't tell you how many times people have messaged me asking if it was a good idea for them to switch over from Boost to Metro, and I tell them the same thing. Just double check and make sure that the network connectivity is as the same or better than Boost Mobile, and then you should have no problem switching over. You wouldn't have lost nothing. You would have gained either better network speeds or on par same. Cricket, you can swap out on your own. Yeah. Ben says Metro. Metro has better connectivity in your area. Speaking of which, did you guys also see that Sprint is doing away or did away already with the ability to lease a phone on their postpaid accounts? So if you go into Sprint right now, even trying to get a phone, there is no leasing program anymore. That program is done and gone. Cricket limits high speed after 8 gigs. Do they really? Where's John? John's a Cricket person. He can tell us this one too. Better with Metro on my city. Not true. Big John says not true on that one. Because I know someone was saying that on Boost Mobile, if you're on that unlimited plan, but I can't talk down and Boost. It was said that on one person I commented on one of my videos that it was said that on Boost Mobile, if on the unlimited unhooked plan, if you go over 20 gigs of data, they shoot you a message saying that during peak hours, like when a lot of Boost Mobile customers are online on their phones, that your speeds will actually be slowed down. I haven't read anywhere about anyone else having that. Have you guys heard about that at all? Like, or witnessed anyone posting that in any other forum or anything? Because that's pretty interesting, but I haven't heard anyone else say that. Just this one person posted that. I was like, wow, if that's true, that's totally lame. But what's the point of having unlimited data where your video is going to get throttled or your music's going to get throttled just so you can have the unlimited data, but to reach 20 gigs and get a text message from Boost saying that they're going to slow down your speeds when more people are on the network at the same time? Like, that's kind of ridiculous. I have used 70 gigs this month on Cricket and it has never slowed down. Wow. Your speeds are limited to 8 megabytes to download. Okay. I can't wait for the day where there's absolutely unlimited data, like no optimizing videos speed slower or paying extra to have it optimized faster. Um, no slowing down music stream rates like at 500 kilobits per second. Like, can we just get those types of services now? What do you think about the Boost Max? The original or the Max Plus? Because I have the original Boost Max right here. And I modified the hell out of this phone. So, yeah, this phone is not running what it used to. I mean, it's still kind of laggy, but it's rooted. It has I really wouldn't say a custom ROM, but just, a modified ROM on it. And then, like, it has, I'm using Link to SD on this, so, like, every app I have is on the SD card, and, yeah, it runs okay. It can't, it probably hang with some of my phones, but not any of my newer ones. Not like, like the J7 or, like, the J3 or, yeah, it won't hang with those. Waiting for root method for Max Pro. But here's the thing, like, this is what I find curious, because a lot of features that we used to root our phones for to get is now actually being given to us. So besides applying a custom ROM, like, to root your phone, like, why would you want your phone rooted? Especially now, when carriers basically won that whole thing. So a lot of our phones have lockdown bootloaders, which makes it hard to bump over the custom recovery, which is pretty dangerous at that point when you root your phone. If you make a mistake, unless you have like say LG devices, oh my God, they're like notorious. I mean, I recently just restored the Vault 2 and the Tribute 5 from a soft brick. It was insane how I had to go do that, but if I had a custom recovery, I could just easily fix soft brick. The original. What do I think about the Boost Max, the original one? You know what? As like a little, not, I won't say little, it's a pretty big phone, but just for like a backup burner phone, yeah, definitely. I've actually had this activated on Ring Plus and use it on there with my free plan. So rooting's not good these days. Yeah, it's really not. I mean, the risk you're taking to root your phone nowadays, it's not really worth it anymore. I mean, when we used to have that veil of protection with a custom recovery that came alongside getting your phone rooted, I mean, that was the best, because anytime you made a mistake, I mean, as long as after you rooted your phone and you install the custom recovery, the first thing you should do is just make a backup. Just for any reason that your phone got soft bricked, you had a backup to flash on. Nowadays, you can't get a custom recovery because bootloaders are locked down. And when you go to to the OEMs out there, you try to get help with that. They tell you it's not them doing it, it's your carrier doing it, and we all know the carrier is not the one doing it. I mean, they're doing it for the carrier at the carrier's request, but the carrier's not going to be like, yeah, sure, go ahead, unlock their bootloader for them. I do know one of the main reasons, carriers don't want devices that they get from OEMs to have the bootloader unlocked is because if you root your device, you can tether your internet from your device, use your device as a hotspot for, say, like a Chromebook, laptop, or tablet. So, I don't know. And my thing is that I've always been an avid supporter of, I pay for my plan. You give me unlimited data, then I should be able to tether that data to a tablet or something. Like, why do I have to pay $30 extra just to be able to turn on the hotspot? That's absolutely ridiculous to me. It would be awesome to see a Max 2. I mean, well, yeah, because they have the Max Plus. It's not really, I mean, everything's the same except that it has 16 gigs of internal storage and 2 gigs of RAM, and it runs 5.1.1 Lollipop. But other than that, the entire hardware is pretty much the same on the Max Plus. So a Max 2 would be nice, and it would be nice if ZTE brought a Boost Max 2 to Boost Mobile, and it was pretty much the twin to the Z Max Pro. That would definitely make people happy. I know it would make a lot of Boost Mobile customers happy. Nowadays, if you root, your phone is done. Throw it away. Yeah, because once that thing I mean, I do. It sucks for me, and this is how I honestly feel. Because I did pay $20 to get the TOT file for the Vault 2, and I did get the KDZ file for the Tribute 5. And I see a lot of people out there, they don't have that kind of money to go online and pay for that so they can bring back their devices from a soft brick. And it's like, I understand the developer's point of view that they worked really hard to give this to us, to build this and give it to us, because these aren't legitly from LG. These are from the developers. But it's like, I so bad just want to give them out to anyone that has issues with it. I don't know, maybe I might, I'm having a change of heart here about it, and it's like, I understand developers need to get paid, and, I totally agree with that for the hard work that they put in, because they didn't have to do these things. But at the same time, too, I know there's people out there genuinely who need it to fix their phones, and they don't have $20 to just pretty much toss out like that. They probably have kids to feed or whatever, and I would love to just give it to them for free. It's like here, download it from my Google Drive and fix your phone. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna break that or not. I know maybe some developers won't be happy if I do it, but then again, there's people out there who genuinely need the help. But these days, I really don't recommend anyone rooting their phone. If someone hit me up and said, hey, there's root for the X Power, I'm not gonna root it. There's no reason for me to. I mean, most of the features that I've wanted are already on here. And if I do anything else, I don't really tether Wi-Fi because I have Wi-Fi at home. So, and I don't take my Chromebook on, anywhere. I really can't. Living in a big city and people are just out to get your stuff. Yeah, I just keep all my valuables at home. The only thing I carry with me is my smartphone. It's my microcomputer. It does everything my computer can do from a screen, so there's no reason for me to bring anything else. I don't need to tether anything to my device, so I really don't have to unlock it. Good stuff, by the way, everybody. Good stuff, man. Anyways, stuff that's floating around, I did see something about it. So have you guys heard if any of the prepaid companies are about to get the LG X Cam? Because we have the X Power now. We have it on Cricket and we have it on Boost Mobile. So I'm wondering if maybe Metro T-Mobile is going to get the X Cam, because those are supposed to be some really good specs on the cameras. Oh, here we go. Do you think Duo and Aloha should be a all-in-one app and a replacement stock SMS? Whew. Duo, I think, can sit where it's at. I think, we had an all-in-one. It may not have been the prettiest thing. It may not have been the thing that people thought was popular, but Hangouts was our all-in-one, and that was a fail. I mean, besides of the bugs that it had on it, because it did have bugs. I'm not gonna deny anyone's claim that Hangouts have bugs, but a lot of people were just like they didn't care anymore. Like the Hangouts team didn't care to develop it anymore, and it was like it was hardly being used. I mean, when it was set as the default messaging app for the Nexus 5, nobody used it really. Everyone downloaded Textra or Go SMS. I'm really enjoying the style too. Should I upgrade in the future? That's totally up to you, Bruce. I mean, if something catches your eye that you feel is better than what you have, go for the upgrade there. If not, if you're really digging the style too, stick with it. Like I'm at this point in my life right now where I don't really need to have nougat. I don't need to have the latest OS. As long as the apps that I use are still optimized for the OS that's running on my device, no big deal for me to stay on something that's like 2 generations behind. Tito, gotta go. Great live stream and reviews. Keep up the great news. Peace, bro. All right, Big John, thanks for joining us. Thank you, I appreciate that. I feel like if there was a stock, if it was stock, it would expand more because people will have to use it. See, here's the thing, and I mean, Google kind of like, I'd say like they kind of blew it with Aloha. Peace, hit that like button for Tito. Thanks, Big John, I appreciate it. Let's say it. Like, if Allo was intended to be the replacement to our SMS apps, they should have did it now. Okay, a couple of things that people are calling out Allo for is one, that it's not complete. And it honestly is not. I mean, Google Assistant is working, but it's not 100%. We got like 40% of Google Assistant right now. Like the ability to book a dinner reservation, the ability to book hotel reservations from Allo is not there yet. But you can get it to tell you jokes. You can get it to constantly give you weather updates every day. Like every day, Allo sends me a message at 10 a.m. telling me what the weather is. So at that part, the functionality is like 40% there. The text messaging from it, or messaging from it, yes, like, or get 10 years bad luck. Thanks, John. But like, yeah, I mean, the whole thing with like SMS not being implemented in it right now, it's kind of pointless to develop it later on and say, okay, like say 6 months from now, they're like, we're gonna add SMS and MMS in it, because all the heat from everyone kind of waiting for Allo to come out has died already. It's died down. Those people like myself who geeked out about it and got super excited, and I use it every day now. It's the way that I communicate with a lot of my friends because they downloaded it and they use it and they like it. Yeah, it sucks it doesn't have SMS support. You can't use it to be your stock messaging app, but I think that should have been done now. If Google was ever intending to do that, they need to do it now. As far as an all-in-one messenger, I don't think it's going to work out because people tend to complain and they want things to be the way that they want it, not considering that there's maybe an opposition to it that Google wants to attend to. So, Allo as it is should remain as it is. Duo should remain as it is. If they're going to flip Hangouts into an enterprise type service where it's basically for businesses, that will work out. If there was a competition against BlackBerry Messenger. Google Messenger, I think if they're going to add SMS and make Allo become like a default messaging app for Android, then merge Google Messenger into it, because it's pretty much, they're both the same, except one has Google Assistant and kind of like has a basic feel to it. The other one, you guys get it? Let's see. I like both, just hard to get people to put it on their phone, so I can't really enjoy them. Yeah, really, and that's the thing, like, Google's kind of like making it, I mean, they're not intentionally making it, but it just feels like that we have to promote the app. Like if we want, to get it into the hands of people, like those people who geeked out about it and downloaded it and kind of trying to use it, like they're kind of relying on us to kind of push other people who don't really care about apps to kind of use it. And, the question always comes through, which is, why should I not use Facebook, or why should I not use WhatsApp, and use this? That's also what's there. Oh, did you see Patek's video getting re-uploaded? You mean there's someone stealing his video? That S7 recall was crazy. Yeah, it was, and it's kind of cool now that the way you can tell if you're was it the S7 or the Note 7? 'Cause I know with the Note 7 they said you can tell if yours is a safe one because the battery icon now is green and not gray. So if you have a Note 7 and the battery icon is green, then that's one of the new ones that just recently was manufactured and is considered safe from exploding. But I didn't know that the S7 got recalled also. They should pre-install Aloha and Duo in newest versions. I think they will. Um, I honestly feel like Google will do the same thing they did with Hangouts, and it's going to become a stock thing with future versions of Android. Honestly, these apps aren't even really that bad as people are making it to be. I think just people complain too much of like what they expect a messaging app to be. Yes, like lots of them, like 100 videos still getting uploaded as we speak, and it's nuts. Um, YouTube Hero, man. YouTube Hero, because I've seen so many people talking about this over the last week about YouTube Hero. Some don't like it, some do. Do you feel like Google is messy when it comes to putting out these apps? It's like they just don't put enough thought into what they're trying to do. I think Google just likes to throw out a bunch of things and see which one works. Like you have Hangouts, you have Allo, you have Duo, you have Google Messenger. What works? And whatever works is what they're going to focus on. Honestly, I feel that it's that way. Yeah, the Note 7. Oh, okay. You meant the Note 7. I got you, Bruce. I got you. But yeah, the YouTube Hero thing. This is something that you know what I seen YouTubers talk about it, and they're like, "Oh, this is going to be a way for trolls to flag all our videos and try to get our channel taken down." But I mean, I've read up on what YouTube Hero is, and there is something set in place that protects, you know, YouTubers and content creators from being attacked by trolls who want to use YouTube Hero as a method to purposely try and take down someone they don't like. So there is things, checks and balances in place. So while let's say I become a YouTube hero, I can't just go to someone's channel that I don't like and just start flagging all their videos and trying to get their channel taken down. Like, every time a YouTube hero flags a specific video for something, YouTube will investigate. It's kind of like we're doing the work for YouTube. So we're going to highlight all these videos that, shouldn't be on YouTube or are doing something wrong on YouTube. And those highlights is where YouTube will find these videos faster instead of going through all these videos that are put up. Because YouTube videos that are uploaded to YouTube, it's huge per day. Per day. I mean, I'm surprised they even thought they could basically like screen all these videos that's being uploaded to see if they're YouTube friendly. I like that they give us many choices and don't force feed us apps. Are you talking about Google? Because yeah, I mean that's one of the things you do get from Google is you get different things. Some things that seem like they would be the same thing and may have one or two things that's different, but it's really your choice to use. And it's just like from what a lot of people were saying about like Allo, like right now people demand SMS and MMS, and I said it in my little rant when I got to play around with it, and then I seen people talking or really hating on it right off jump. And I was like, one, I'm pretty sure that people that downloaded Allo didn't get to fully use it because they don't have anyone else who downloaded it on their contacts so they can play around with it a lot. And two, those people screaming SMS and MMS, I mean, I wouldn't want the same thing to happen like what happened to Hangouts. Yes, Apple makes you use only what they want. Yeah, definitely true. But I wouldn't want what happened to Hangouts to happen to Allo. And I don't know if you guys remember it, but so many people were like, Hangouts needs SMS. We need SMS MMS on it. And then when Google finally did it and implemented it, because Hangouts originally was Google Plus Messenger, and then they changed it to Hangouts, gave it a whole new look. And then they brought in SMS and MMS carrier support. And then people started screaming about that they were confused. They were confused. How do they tell the difference between a chat and an SMS? Listening to the kids real quick. Sounds like they're arguing. I might go check on them here in just a second. But yeah, and then when they implemented Google Voice in the Hangouts, it really killed it because then everyone was confused. Like they didn't know, they couldn't tell the difference between a chat and a SMS carrier and a SMS Google Voice. If you had all three, and of course, if you had like everything merged together, you couldn't tell the difference. I mean, for me, I honestly could because SMS messages that were carrier had a little gray box that said SMS, and if it was Google Voice, then that box was blue. If it was a Hangouts chat, it had nothing over the person's icon bubble. So that's how you can tell the difference. And I wouldn't want that same thing to happen with Allo because I know for sure if they opened up SMS and MMS support and allowed you to make it your default text messaging app, people are going to get confused between chat on Allo and text on Allo. That is the biggest thing of why I wouldn't want them to implement SMS and MMS until they maybe thought this through and came up with a very good way to have SMS and chat exist in the same app. What are you listening to on the headphones? Just wondering, or is that your mic? Yeah, it's my mic. I have it on my head. I have the mic. But I can hear my kids out there. They're like, on Fridays, my house gets lit because all the kids are together and they just want to run amok. And of course, they get to stay up late. So. The fact that we have to personally use our numbers is, I feel like it should be shipped as stock. I mean, yeah, I totally agree with you, Keisha. I totally agree with you on it. I just think like it's hard for Google to do these things when you have a mass amount of people that get easily confused. I mean, if put it like this, say like I was the lead developer on Allo. If I made it to where you would have two different threads for the same person, one would be like chat, because you could go incognito on Allo and just basically have your one-on-one message with someone totally encrypted, not even scanned by Google, as they say. But yeah, you can have one thread that's chat for, say, Jane Doe, and then I could also be text messaging Jane Doe, and you'll have two different threads with Jane Doe. One is text, one is chat. People are going to hate on it, and they're going to be like, oh, it's stupid. You have two. You get confused. There's two of their names. But then if you merge those together, and then you have a thread of conversations, and then one of them you put like a little small bubble next to their name that says SMS. People aren't going to see that right off the bat, so they're going to get confused whether it's a text, whether it's chat. I mean, this is exactly what happened to Hangouts and what really caused Hangouts to pretty much crash. A lot of people like to make fun of the fact that it was green, but I think a lot of people would look past Hangouts being green if they were able to navigate through Hangouts without hurting their brain. And I know some people kind of like went on the forum and called these people stupid or idiotic because they couldn't figure it out. But everyone doesn't have the same IQ level, the same way of thinking. So some people will easily get confused by it, and some of us can navigate through it because we can tell the difference. So I mean, seriously, like if you could actually suggest something to Google, exactly how would you want it done to where SMS could be implemented and people would actually be able to tell the difference? Oh. Right, I just might want a video with someone but not give out my number. Creeps. Creeps like me. Really, John? I understand what you're saying, and those people should just use flip phones. Oh my gosh, yeah, you guys are wild. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I feel bad. I feel bad for them. They're not, tech savvy to figure it out. But like, people like us, yeah, we can figure it out. We would know the difference. So, but in a mass majority, people will get confused. I don't know. I think just people just love to complain. Nothing is ever good enough for anybody. That's why I honestly feel like that. Nothing Google does would ever be perfect. Just like now, on the iOS side, nothing Apple does would ever be pleasing for their followers. That was hilarious. You did a spit take, sorry. Yeah, John. Nothing is good enough for anyone these days. So, when people come at me, they hit me up on Hangouts and they have a complaint or they feel like something is stupid. Yeah, I mean, if it was one of those things where it's like no matter what I say, it's not going to matter because they just have it in them to complain and complain and complain, then, yeah, I really don't entertain it. I mean, because it just seems like that's how it is. A phone that comes out, you know, it's like it's overly priced, or it doesn't have this, or it doesn't have that feature, or it's too big, or it's too small, or just nothing's ever perfect. The same thing with applications. Like I was amazed on how fast people just wrote off Allo like it was nothing, and it was like for something that you get out of it, something that's basically inclined to keep you within your conversation, so you don't have to open up multiple applications just to get information while you're chatting with your friend. Because that's the true point of Allo. Like, why hate on it? It's doing what it's supposed to do. I mean, honestly, I didn't really leave, Allo to do anything else while I was chatting with friends. Whether it would be about, like if my friends talked to me about something on the news, then it connected with Google News and weather, and it brought up information about what we were chatting about. And right now, I'm getting hit up on Allo with stickers, and these stickers are kind of funny. So. But yeah, I mean, to me, I think Allo's great. If they implemented SMS, that'd be nice. I think what they should do right now, before they lose the the heat that they have with that application now that it's available, is allow you to set it as SMS, and then therefore people who are easily confused could just keep it as a chat app. Those people like us that can navigate through and tell the difference between SMS and chat, we can set it as our default. So. I'm with you on that one, Keisha. I'm with you on that. I hate all apps and all phones and all iOS. I hate everything. I won't rant on it. Meditech, it's that Tiger LOL. He gives it to his viewers. Yeah. Oh yeah, trust me. I watch his live broadcast when I can get a chance. And yeah, there's no rating on John. He surpasses all the ratings. Anything goes down on his live broadcast. Angry Joe just made a rant on YouTube Heroes. Can't wait to watch it after your stream. He goes in on his rants. Oh, yeah. See, that's the thing. Like YouTube Hero, like some people support it. I support it because you know what? I think like issues that happen with Paul. I mean that totally sucks. Someone stealing his videos, and I've been told before that my videos has appeared somewhere else. I'm not too sure. I don't go looking for it because it is what it is. I mean, if I come across it, then yeah, I'll flag it. I'll do everything that needs to be done to basically let YouTube know that that person does not own it. So yeah, it just totally sucks that content creators' videos get ripped. I mean, John got a bunch of his videos taken, and someone tried to run with it like as if it was their videos, and now Paul's doing, getting the very same treatment. I like right now that I'm in incognito, really. Like my channel right now, recently in the last 5 months, it's kind of like it's slowed down, which I'm cool with it being that way because, the fast growth that I got over the last 6 months was nice. Sometimes I just want to kind of like slow it down a little bit, and it has. It's kind of worked out to my benefit, and I really don't know how I'm doing it, but obviously whatever I'm doing is working. Just think of the people who have a lot of YouTube accounts going around being a hero all day long. Yeah, but again, like I said, like they can go and they can flag a bunch of like say someone that's a YouTube hero dislikes me, like one of my haters who will thumbs down this live broadcast later on tonight. Let's say that person's a YouTube hero and they flag my video. Like, okay, cool. As long as I'm not breaking any YouTube rules, I have nothing to worry about. They can flag it all they want. It's not going to get taken down. YouTube's not just going to go on their word and take down people's videos and give them strikes. It's just like I said, it's a highlight program. They flag, they give their reasons why they're flagging it. YouTube knows what video to look at. You mean Paul Tech? Yeah, I meant Paul Tech about someone. Well, someone actually took John's videos before. Magic Tech Review. They took his videos also. So like him and Paul have something in common now because people have taken their videos and try to use it as theirs instead of just making their own content. Which Magic Tech, I appreciate you going out there and basically guiding Paul through what he needed to do to get that channel reported and whatnot. That was really awesome of you to do that. I smacked that B hard with 10 copyright strikes. Channel got deleted within 24 hours. Yeah, I remember that. I'm surprised that they haven't did the same thing for Paul because I saw on the chat you guys are talking about it and they said that that person's YouTube channel is still up. And you know, and all those people that are willing to go through those headaches, because you gotta think about us. You really don't have a life if you're going to be logging in and out of different Google accounts just to flag one person's video. Like, you know, because I mean, like I said, like the amount of of times that you would have to flag a YouTuber, it's still YouTube's not just going to go on that person's word and be like, oh, this person flagged it for nudity, let's take it down. Like they you know, they will go. They will go and investigate. Even if they did take it down and I go and dispute it, then they would look like fools for taking down my video without actually really checking it out. You know, there are checks and balances set in place to protect both sides, both the viewers and both the content creators. Of course, it does feel like that YouTube doesn't have, you know, the content creators' backs anymore, along with the other things that they've implemented, like no cussing on the live broadcast or on a YouTube video and whatnot. Paul's not going hard enough. He's too nice. I got 10 accounts. Not gonna lie. Have you checked out Everything Tech yet? Everything Tech. The channel sounds familiar. What is the content creator's like first and last name? Is his name Nick? Because I know there's someone that has a similar name, Nick something, and I've seen a couple of his videos. Paul made me laugh yesterday when I seen him trying to curse at the person who sells videos. Yeah. TV Tech, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, RJ? How's it going? Paul's a good guy. Yeah, Paul's a good guy. Tell me about his demeanor. Yeah, he is a pretty nice guy. So we're probably gonna have to keep pushing him to go hard and get that person that stole his videos, get that channel flagged and taken down. He really does seem like a nice guy, though. He doesn't seem like that he would go. Bruce says, yeah, Nick, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm subscribed to his channels. I dig his videos. His videos are pretty cool. Like, I see what, you know, like some of my subscribers, what they watch, what they share or recommend, and I actually do check it out, and I do subscribe to them. Like, I watch videos from Brandon Ross, which I also want to say, like, you know, it kind of baffles me, but if you guys ever come across, you know, Everyday Tech, and that's Tech with a Q, Brandon Ross's channel, please help get his channel out there, because his videos are great. I love the things he talks about, and he's very knowledgeable in this stuff, and it just boggles me that his channel growth is not growing as I thought it should. I'm an a-hole in real life, but people love me. I doubt it. You know, I'm honestly, John, I feel like you are just what you are, man. Did you make up your mind if you was getting the Z-Max Pro or not? Unfortunately, I'm not sure yet. RJ, you got nothing to lose, man. Try it out. $40. Go on the 30 plan. It's worth it. I mean, you know, you do an unboxing, because I'm not going to pick up the phone. I'm not going to jump to Metro PCS, so, you know, I basically get, you know, leave those reviews up to Paul Tech and Tech Right. CV Tech, hashtag 4K hype. Let's go. I'm going to be strapped if I do, though. Well, I mean, if you pour it in, you get it for $40, and then if you go on the $30 plan, that's basically about 70 and some change, so roughly about 80 you'll pay, which is still about $10 or $20 less than what you would pay if you just bought the phone out for $99. That's a bad thing. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but you don't have to rush and do it now, man. That's the cool thing about it. Like, I remember, like, I've bought and unboxed phones that have been out for like a year and a half, and people still came and watched the unboxing. I honestly think people are addicted to just seeing an unboxing, and that's just because you can vividly, you know, place yourself there as if you're opening up the box and grabbing out the new phone. At least that's how it was for me when I was watching unboxing videos. And watching them pull off that little protective film that keeps the screen and the body, intact from scratches and whatnot. What are you carrying, 40 cal? Oh, strapped for cash. RJ, John thought you were carrying, man. He thought you were strapped. RJ, you got to be a little bit more specific though, because I mean, you can say you do carry, but someone might think you're carrying condoms. I mean, that is a form of protection. But yeah, some more promotion for Brandon Ross. You guys definitely check out his channel. If you guys have not subscribed to him, please do so. Um, and that guy's pretty cool, and he knows his stuff. So it's just surprising. It's like I kind of I have apathy for his channel because when I was starting out, it was pretty much the same way for me. Like I barely got any subscribers, no matter how much stuff I knew or what I talked about. Brandon Ross, yeah. Everyday tech. Let's put that in the chat. I carry phones. That is the YouTuber's channel, Everyday Tech, right there. Now all I gotta do is just fix the lighting in this area. Like I have my work desk right here, so I could do unboxing and stuff like that, like right here. And then with a better camera, you guys will probably see I got my toys all hung up right here. And I'm gonna fill up this wall with more stuff, so I gotta go toy collecting again. I love collecting toys. Like right now, I have like 3 of the Sonic the Hedgehog from the Sonic Boom series. So I have Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. Then I got like 2 action figures of Big Hero 6, and I got some other stuff that I haven't put up yet. No, Magic, I don't quite carry a 40 cal. Although I acted like I wasn't going to get the Z-Max Pro, and they threw in a case for $20. Case for free. Oh, they threw in a $20 case for free. I was like, thanks, save me $3 from getting this same $20 case on eBay. Nice. That's actually a good deal then, because yeah, you'd be surprised. Like you find cases on eBay and they're like, what, $1.50, $2. You go into the actual store, they have that exact same case, and they want like $15 for it, $20 for it. Can't beat a free case. No, you can't. I remember one time I went to the mall and I wanted to get a specific wallet case. Actually, I have that wallet case right here. Let me go through my pile of cases here on my table. But it was for the J7. This wallet case right here, and the guy, he was selling it for like $35. Okay, this thing was like a couple of bucks on eBay. Sure, I had to wait for it to get shipped to me, but I had no problems waiting. The one case that I get annoyed with, I feel like to me I should have never bought is this one, the G Stylo Circle case. It's a nice case, okay? It looks pretty cool, and you can do stuff from like the window. But when you open it, like I just feel like this part right here, I'm gonna rip it. It just feels like if you just give it one good tug, it's gonna come out. And besides that, I mean, when you do kind of put it back here, I don't know, it just feels weird. Like, barely could. I mean, you can probably access the rear camera and still like take a video or something because they'll go through the window. And then when you close it, it moves. I hate that. It just moves out of place. So I collect anything that is basically like something that's in the realm of being nostalgic. So like if I find like say like He-Man action figures, I'll buy those to collect. G.I. Joe action figures, the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like I'm out on the hunt for those. Thundercats, like toys, like even was it even what's that Sword of Omens? I think it's what it's called. I'm trying to look for that. Just anything game related. I just like toys. Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I got on a shirt that has Michelangelo's head and Shredder's head, and these kids ask me, "Who's that guy?" That's Shredder. But they don't see Shredder like that because today's kids, when they look at Shredder, they look at the guy that looked like Megatron with all those magnetic blades that would just like, yeah, just basically a cross between Megatron and Magneto. Check out eBay for TMNT. I did. It's just there's like a certain limit that I would pay for an action figure. Like some people have like the original Raphael. I've seen one on there, and a person wanted 150 for it, and like no way, I'm not giving you 150 for it. Like I understand it's like from the original first series that came out, whatnot. Yeah, I just don't feel like paying that much. I seen even like the mutation ones. I don't know if you guys remember the mutation toys. So like when you open the shell, you can bring out like his arms that's a mutated form with like the wraps around his arms, and then you just spin the head and you have like Raphael's head. Then if you want to bring him back to like a regular turtle, open the shell and put all the arms back and put out the flappy little turtle legs and turtle arms, and he'd be like a regular turtle. Old turtles were awesome. Off topic from tech, how do you guys feel about Bill Hader playing Alpha 5 in Power Rangers, if you guys actually know about Power Rangers? Because I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to front with you guys. I watched Power Rangers when I was a kid, when I was 7, I was into it. And I know they're rebooting it, and Bill Hader is to be the voice for Alpha 5. Am I the only one who feels like Amazon isn't user-friendly? No, I mean, Amazon can get quite tricky with me. Like sometimes I feel like that Amazon's not looking out for the best deals because like I'll search for a phone and they'll give me like the most expensive one, and then you have to look underneath it where it says new and used, and they'll tell you like there's like 5 more offers at a cheaper price, and then you gotta click that, and it's like that should actually be like amplified more, save people money. But was never into Power Rangers. I was. And like now that I think about it, when I was a kid, it never really dawned on me. I was just so into it for all the action and like, the Zords. They kind of remind me of Voltron, the way they come together. And like now when I watch it, because my stepson he's into Power Rangers, and he watches the old episodes, and I look at it and I'm like, it's so amazing how every episode some monster will attack Angel Grove to completely destroy like the downtown area, and they would have it like magically rebuilt without burning up tax money, so another monster can destroy it in the next episode. Who here remembers Captain Planet? I do. Aren't they making a live movie of that? I watched Power Rangers with my older brother. He got me into it. Yeah, I stopped watching Power Rangers after the original was gone. I had a milk crate with shitty toys, broken action figures, video games were my passion, but video games aren't the same nowadays. I agree with you. Totally agree with you. That's why, for a nostalgic feeling, and when I get it, I will unbox it for you guys, but I am getting that Nintendo Mini. And I'm going to do a live broadcast. I'm probably going to try and swing one of my smartphones to be my camera, set up a tripod in the living room, and go game on my flat screen. But yeah, I stopped watching Power Rangers after the original. Well, not the original one, because to me the original one, when I was in Japan, where there was only 2 Rangers, the yellow and blue, and they had 2 Zords that came together that made the Megazord. Um, the the one that came to the U.S., which had 5 Rangers, or 6 total actually, but that would be like the second generation. So the third generation of Power Rangers, I just lost interest in it. Wasn't the same. Oh, me too. Gotta have it. Yeah, I had to beat the game and show my dad the end credits before I got a new one. My dad was kind of like that, but he really didn't have a problem. Like that's what my dad did when we had a Sega Genesis. Is he would buy a game, and I'd have to beat the game before he decided to go buy me a new game to play. And then he got irritated because I was getting good at gaming that I would play a game and literally have it beat in a couple of days. So then he just kind of gave me this blank look, like, you know what, just replay it again, see if you could beat your high score. That was like his excuse to why I didn't get a new game, and I understood that, So, but it was always a great feeling coming home from school, and then seeing this video game sitting on top of the wood console TV, because that's what we had. We had one of those big wood console TVs, and brand new game wrapped in its cellophane. And I love those days. I miss being a kid. Like, honestly, I do. I know this is off tech topics, but whatever. I even miss like the nostalgic feeling that of Halloween, which is like right upon us. Halloween's like my favorite holiday, and I honestly feel like I'm going to be let down again. I mean, other than the fact that here we have the 13th floor haunted house and zombie apocalypse things, which is fun to do. Laser tag with zombies chasing after you in this makeshift setting like the zombie apocalypse. But I mean, not a lot of people really get into the spirit of Halloween anymore. Like, there's hardly any neighborhoods that give out good candy, that go above and beyond to decorate their front yard anymore. It's just, I'm like, I'm a little down about it this time of the year because I really love Halloween. It was my favorite. Yes, I respected my dad and would beat the game a few times before telling him. Cool. But yeah, I just, I wish people would get back into the spirit of Halloween. Like, my favorite thing to do, and I remember doing this because like my dad was always awesome about it. We should do We Are Techies Halloween edition. That's a great idea. And if you want to plan that out, man, go for it. Like, tell me when, and we'll make it happen. But like I remember, my dad would always tell me, like, for one, because my dad was in the Air Force, we were on the Air Force base. Like, they always had this thing where the kids from the elementary school got to do the Halloween march, where we got to show off our costumes. That happened around 4 in the afternoon, and then my dad would take us to get dinner. And then after dinner, when it got night, we would get our little flashlights with the little pumpkin heads on it, and we would go trick or treating for about 3 hours or so. After that, we would go to like a haunted bell ride. We would do that. And then by the time we were done with all the festivities, we would get home like about 11 p.m. And then we would turn on the TV, and then you had like Donald Duck's Halloween Classic, where the witch put a spell on his feet because he was being mean to the triplets, and then he had to like do all like this crazy dance because he couldn't stop. Like, I'd watch that till about midnight, and then I would watch 1 hour of Alfred Hitchcock's TV series of like different spooky stories, and I would be passed out by like 1:30 a.m. That was my Halloween in my childhood growing up. It was so awesome. You don't get that today. Like, kids don't do this. Let's see. The Two Seas Railroad Ghost Train is awesome. I'm going this year. Cool. I'm down to buy a mask. Yeah, hey, if we're gonna do a Halloween edition, we should do it. And yeah, I'll get like a costume on for it. I'm all in. I love Halloween. I know a lot of people love Christmas because, Christmas, Santa Claus, you get stuff. And Christmas is only special to me because I get to see my kids, get excited for the things that they want. Because I don't tell them the truth at all. Santa is real in my house. I don't care what anyone says. Santa Claus is real in my house. So it's okay to get off topic. Your true viewers can get a better view of you as a person other than unboxings. I appreciate that. Thank you. You're awesome, Keisha. I appreciate that. But yeah, Christmas is fun for me just because I get to see my kids smile. That's like the best feeling in the world is seeing my kids happy. When Santa Claus brings them everything that they ask for on their list. But Halloween is my time, and that's because I love to be scared. Imagine going around a mountain in pitch black, never knowing what's going to happen to you. You know what? I'll share a funny story with you guys, because literally I embarrassed my dad. I was 6 years old, and on Clark Air Force Base in the Philippines. Yeah, see, I will be a male streamer for Halloween, don't That's a good one, Magic. Anyways, so the Air Force Base decided to do something similar to like that. Basically, like outside of the base, still in controlled areas by like military police, they had this trail set up, and out in the woods, a bunch of military personnel got dressed up in Halloween costumes, and you just never knew what was going to jump out at you, okay? And literally, I had my dad, and like 7 military police officers looking for me because one guy decided to come down from a tree. Like he was in a tree and there was a rope that came right by where I was at, and he came down. And when he got behind me to tap me by my shoulders, I bolted really fast. I mean, that was probably the fastest I've ever run in my entire life, but I also got lost in the woods. So that just made it like 100 times more scary. I think that's why I'm so fascinated about being scared, because now when I think about it, it's like, God, that was such a chilling moment. And yeah, so they didn't find me for a few hours, and every time I heard footsteps, I ran further, thinking it was more monsters instead of military police. And I guess they didn't want to shout because they didn't want me to run, which was the exact effect they were getting every time they were walking towards me. So that was one time. Another time we went into a haunted house that was built out really good. I wasn't paying attention to where I was going, and I tripped over this little rope and fell into Dracula's casket, and the casket door closed. And no one thought about me. We were the last group in through this haunted house, so I wound up being locked in a haunted house till 2 a.m. You imagine that? And like the people that ran that haunted house, they left like the music playing for the eerie sounds. So no way was I really going to try and push my way out of there and try to like run out the haunted house. So yeah, my sister kind of got in trouble for that one. She bailed on me. Hopefully he takes a sip when he sees that. Take a sip of what? Let's see. People come abroad the train in the middle of nowhere, and sometimes it's very freaky. I bet it is. I bet. There was this little carnival that the Air Force Base used to have too around October, and they had a horror train. And yeah, I cried. Okay. Honestly, you guys might laugh at me, but my older sister, was into that at that time, and I wasn't. But she would always force me to go because my dad gave her the money for everything, so I wouldn't lose it. And if I wanted cotton candy, if I wanted a chili dog, if I wanted anything, I'd have to go on one ride with her. And these guys, like, the train would go into the tunnel. It's a long tunnel, and the monsters can jump on the train. They can grab at you. They can pull you. They just couldn't pull you off the train. But because they could make physical contact, I was literally like crying. But when at that time I was 5, so. But yeah, I wish Halloween was the way it was when I was a kid. I really wish that I mean for me, I'm gonna take my kids trick or treating, and I'm going to also hand out some candy too. All right, Keisha, thanks for coming in and watching. I really appreciate it. Wow, that sounds scary. The what RJ's talking about going around the mountain in the dark on a bell ride. That what he's describing makes me want to go and like fly over and chill with him on the weekend and go do that. I'm trying to think of something else that was kind of funny. Oh, my girlfriend will probably get mad at me for sharing this with you guys. But she got stalked by someone dressed up as Kane from WWE. She was telling me the story. Like her and her friends went trick or treating. She was like in her early teens. There goes my dog. She was in her early teens, and her and her friends went trick or treating, and they went up to this house, and there was a guy dressed up as Kane, and Kane from WWE, by the way, to be specific. And he wasn't moving at all whatsoever. Very, very still, she said. And so, like, her and her friends kind of looked at him, and they were, like, wondering if he was really a person or just a dummy that they dressed up. So they were kind of spooked out, and they walked away. And when they walked away, they went 3 houses down, and they kind of turned back to look, and they noticed that Kane started walking from where he was standing out to the sidewalk of the street and then turned and started following them. And the whole night they were trick-or-treating, she said, everywhere they went, Kane was there. And he followed them all the way until she got home. She ran up into her house and closed the door. Kane kind of stood outside her house for a while, and then he walked away. And it's probably just someone just having to, you're getting their rocks off, basically, just scaring a bunch of people by following them, because that's actually something that's pretty cool. Like, I had it happen to me when a guy dressed up as Michael Myers and followed me all over town. Only difference was, by that time, I was into being scared, so it was cool. Like, either you're going to pull out a knife and really kill me, or you're just, having your jollies, but whatever, you know? Yeah. Halloween is, like, my favorite time, so. Michael Myers would have been worse, yeah. I think, you know what, if they had, I don't know, because, like, I like the classic Halloween movies, but I also think that Rob Zombie did good with the reboots and made it more lifelike, I guess you would say, like life situations than demonic possessions like they did with Halloween. I think about what Halloween 5 or 6 is where they kind of made it to where it was more of just like a demonic possession than like a psychopathic killer. But Halloween, the Rob Zombie version, like that one was pretty good, and it was good. They gave a backstory to Michael Myers, so we really saw like what twisted him that way. And then part 2 is pretty cool. I have both movies on Blu-ray, so. And the funny thing is that like my girls are scared when I put a mask on, or they're scared of like werewolf movies and vampire movies. But Halloween, Rob Zombie's reboot, my two daughters, they love to watch that movie. I don't get it. They're making a new Halloween next year as well as new Friday the 13th. Yeah, I heard rumors about that. I wasn't sure if it was true or not. I know the Friday the 13th reboot, yeah, definitely, but I didn't know they were going to do another Halloween. Because I remember reading an article saying that Rob Zombie would not do Halloween again. Like, if they wanted to make a third one, he would, but it was up to them, but he wasn't going to direct the third one. But anyhow, so yeah, so I streamed a good moment. John Carpenter is doing the new one. Oh, okay, so it's all right. That's dope. I gotta look that up. But anyways, guys, I do gotta go. Gotta spend some time with the kiddos. Got them here. I think I streamed for quite a bit and talked your guys' ears off. So I appreciate all of you guys for coming in and checking out the live broadcast. Shout out to RJ. Shout out to John, Keisha, Bruce. Um, I don't want to miss anyone else. But yeah, thank you guys for coming in, hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Um, Definitely, let's talk about doing We Are Techies and doing a Halloween edition, and also trying to get another broadcast going on there with everybody. I know it's super hard because we all live in different places, and so it's hard to synchronize our time. But I'll try to work it out. I'll send everyone, like, if you guys got Allo, let me know. Like, hit me up on Hangouts and let me know if you guys have Allo, and I'll start a group chat on there, and I'll just hit you guys up on that, since that's like the default messaging app I use mostly. And we'll try to work something out, even if it's just like 3 or 4 people. We can't get everyone in. We still got to do it because I still a commitment to that, to bringing everyone and have broadcast with everyone on. So we'll do that. But all right, guys, you guys have a blessed night. Sleep with the angels, everybody. Mahalo for coming in, and good night.